Hard to get started this morning after 2 half days of scouting, 2 afternoons. It's Sunday morning and I was sitting around drinking coffee, and then I had breakfast a little earlier than normal. And then I came to around 11 o'clock. I'm thinking, well, it's cold, it's windy, it's nice and warm in here. The wood burner is so beautiful. I didn't want to leave, and I thought, well, maybe I should go home. Then I can watch the Badger game on television. And yeah, I'm getting old. I don't have to go out scouting. And I thought, I hopped in the car, I was ready to go. I still hadn't made a decision. And as I was driving out the driveway, I thought, I'm not too old. If I do a little scouting today and get another setup done, that's how much farther I'll be ahead for the next hunting season and the upcoming hunting seasons, because the setup that I just did, maybe I won't use for 2 or 3 years. But this is it. I prepped it last year, and I prepped it for that tree right there. You see the trail cameras on it? And it's problematic because I got to come across this little area here that's their bedding area to get to it from the road. Now I could go all the way around and come in from the other side, but then I'm going to disturb all those trails. There's trails that run such and such. And I'm not going to tell you, but it goes such and such, and agriculture's that way. And then there's a small trail that runs perpendicular to all of them. I think that this is the buck trail right here. There's a monster bed right here. And if he wants to sit down, and there ain't many beds in this little spot, I kind of crisscross around. I haven't found any large ones like that right around here. And you can see that's the trail. I actually kind of enhanced it a little bit right here. That's one of the trails. Here's another trail that comes into the spot. There's another little one here. There's a big one here. And this right here is where I think is the buck trail running perpendicular. Right here. Of all these major trails that crisscross right here. It goes this way. I enhanced it a little bit right there. It was pretty crowded. Too crowded for the big antlers to get through, so I got rid of those dead limbs. And I put them right here to kind of block off their trail that they had there. Now they got to come in here because there's my new setup right here. And still I got to go up there and put muck on those branches that I cut off. But that's perfect lean. To here it's 7-8 yards. To the big bed it's 10 yards. Then I got a shooting lane going across the trails that are at 15 yards. But here's the bed. If we get down in it, there, you can see this now. And I'm kneeling in the bed, laying down a little bit. That's where I'll put the stand. Nope, right between those two, right there. I want to put my butt so that it's hidden by those cedar branches. And I got a mark on the tree. And my waist and head and shoulders will be right there. So here's a trail. Right, this is one of the major trails coming in here. They're going out to Egg. Right here, curls around. Big trail. Here's another big trail going out. Just big crisscrossing right here at this bedding spot. I'm sure does and fawns use this too. It's pretty big. But as far as a really big old deer, he doesn't have a lot of choices if he wants to be comfortable. This is one of them, and it's perfect in that he's monitoring this crisscrossing of trails for does during the rut. That's what I think anyway. Bunny rabbit met its end here. I don't know what that is there. Bunny rabbit turds that are breaking apart, maybe. There's a lot of deer turds right here. Lots. So there's one bed right over here. There's one bed right here just a couple yards away. Getting up and walking this direction. Doing its duty. Fertilizing the forest. There's a buck bed right over there. And last year I discovered it and set this tree up here right to my left for a tree stand. Never hunted it. But now, a year later, I set up a trail camera. So I want to put my butt right here, just one step high, so that my body is kind of obstructed by the white birch tree, and I can get a shot over there to that buck bed. But there's a lot of trails that intersect right there. That's probably why there's a buck bed. He's sitting there during the rut, waiting for does to come by. Just because I think that doesn't mean the deer think that. But it's all about the odds, right? The more prepared you are, you go from 0.001% odds to 0.02. Dropping after dropping after dropping. And here's a couple of nice big beds. Look at that. This is huge, right in this area. You can see he's kind of laying up against that moss. There's an old ancestral rub right there, but it's an old tree. Oh, look at. Huh. Wolf or coyote or bear or something found a dead deer here and ate it. Maybe it just died here, which is also something interesting. They come back to where they're bedding where they feel safe, and that's where they die. Now I got two setups pretty close to here, and both are on the way to egg. So I gotta think about this. I'll put it in the GPS and we'll think about this spot. And another buck bed. This is more distinguished as a buck bed. Got a rub right here. And we got a pretty nice rub right there. That tine's up here to my chest level. Oh, and plus he's probably was digging in the muck here a little bit. Okay, I'll mark this, move along. A lot of buck beds along here. My three setups are all within 100 yards of here. Towards the road, towards the egg.